Back is directed by Gavin O'Connor, who also directed the sports films Miracle and Warrior, both really great sports films, as well as the movie also starring Ben Affleck, The Accountant, which I really enjoyed as well. The Way Back is not a true story, though it is about an alcoholic, very broken man, played by Ben Affleck, who is asked by his old, I guess, Monsignor or principal to come back to his old Catholic high school, where that was like his heyday, where he was like the last great basketball star that they had at the school, and asked to come back and coach their high school varsity basketball team. And he agrees to, kind of reluctantly. So what ensues after is the story of how he progresses, how the team progresses, how he progresses in his coaching, and how he progresses and regresses as a man. So I expected kind of your typical sports film, maybe something sort of similar to Miracle or Warrior, good, emotional, well acted, but kind of your typical inspirational sports film. But I got so much more out of this than what I initially thought. And what I thought wouldn't have been a bad movie at all, but what I got was so much more and so much deeper. This was a brutal look at addiction. This was a faith-based movie that was rated R. It had cursing. It was not afraid to show you the ugly, and I appreciated that. One of Ben Affleck's best performances, hands down. I know that he has a background with addiction, so he obviously put a lot of personal background into this story, and it shows. This was not an easy movie to watch. It was like watching a car wreck in slow motion, and just as things were, you thought he would miss and you thought everything would be okay, he tumbled again, because that's what happens. We get better, we stumble, we fall. We're not perfect people. Humans don't just go, you know what, I'm just going to quit drinking for the basketball team and then everything is amazing and roses and puppies and rainbows after that. This is an addiction. This is a lot worse than what they portray often in these films. So I was glad to get something a little more realistic. So why would I watch this? Why would anybody watch such a hard look at addiction? Not as tough as Requiem for a Dream, mind you, but still really tough, especially with what you thought you were walking into. Because they took the road less traveled. Because they didn't have something stereotypical. They didn't have your stereotypical ending either. This movie doesn't give easy answers. It showcases that even flawed individuals can have a positive impact on other people. That what we do impacts people way more than we ever think it does. A lot of times we can be in our heads and in our own crap, and we think that we're alone, but what we do affects other people, and this movie really showcases that. What other people do, how they affect you, and how you affect others. I like that this movie had faith-based elements in it without kind of shoveling it down your throat. Stickler for good movies. I don't care what genre you are or what message you're trying to give me. I don't typically like message movies. I like there to be a good story first, great visuals and production value and acting second, and then you can go and deliver the message within the confines of what's going on. And that's what they did here. They showcased people who are praying, his ex-wife, the school, a couple little conversations here and there, but it was never saccharine. This is a movie that anybody can watch if you're a fan of Gavin O'Connor, if you liked Miracle, if you liked Warrior, which was a little bit tougher. That was a tougher movie to watch, so it has more of an emotional impact similar to this one. You're going to like this movie. You do not have to be a Christian to like this movie. You can't say that about all Christian films. Some Christian films definitely are only written for Christians. This is not one of them. Everyone can get something from this. Keep in mind, this is rated R. It does have a lot of cursing in it. It does have moments of levity, though, which bring you up with some of the side characters. And the kids are really great, and they're good basketball players, too, at least in my humble opinion. And they provided the levity for this movie that it needed at points. I won't tell you anything more than that, but it is hopeful. Thank you so much for sticking around with me. Please like and subscribe, share this. Let me know below what is your favorite inspirational sports film. I would love to know it. And until next time, I'll see you at the movies. Bye!